Hello and welcome to the channel. Today is going to be part 2 of the sound comparison of the Ridgeback Defense Rhodie 6 and the Exigent Defense fireteam 5.56. In the first video in the sound comparison, both barrels were 12.5 inch, but one of them had a carbine length gas system and the other had a mid-length. So I wanted to correct that and be as fair as possible and give you guys a true apples to apples comparison. So I set up for all identical purposes, the same gun. Both guns utilize a 12.5 inch Hodge barrel with the carbine length gas system. They both have the same size gas port. They both have Hodge bolt carrier groups, and they both utilize an A5 lower receiver extension. The springs and buffers used in both were Springco green spring and a Ultor A5 H2 buffer. Now, as far as the sound comparison, to me, it did not change. As the shooter, I still lean towards the Rhodie 6. Now, understand these differences are very, very minimal, and this is subjective to my hearing. But yesterday was the first time that I actually had somebody with me shooting, so I was able to be a spectator and actually listen. And I stood off in many different angles and different distances. And the takeaway for me is that if sound is your #1 priority, you can't go wrong with either one of these choices. They both sound amazing and they are so very similar. But as a spectator, I found myself, if I had to pick one, I would pick the fireteam 5.56. Again, as the shooter, it's the Rhodie 6. As a spectator, it's the fireteam 5.56. And again, guys, this is subjective to my hearing, and also understand the differences are very, very minimal. It's easier for me to determine as the shooter. As the spectator, it was much harder. Like it depended on where you're standing. It just depended on multiple factors. So again, understand this is subjective information when it comes to sound. But the takeaway, you can't go wrong with either if sound is your main priority. The ammo used was XM 193. And also I actually videoed some footage from Downrange. Not to be confusing, if you're looking at me, the gun on the left is going to be the Rhodie 6. The gun on the right is going to be the fireteam 5.56. All right, guys, with that, let's get to the footage. And remember, love your enemy, but keep your guns oiled. The ammo we're going to be using, again, will be XM 193. All right, here we go. All right, real quick, guys, talk about the shootability, how it affects how the gun behaves. The Rhodie 6 neutralizes recoil and makes the gun shoot extremely soft, whereas the fireteam 5.56 it makes the gun just a little punchier. It returns good, but it is a little snappier. As far as gas, like just shooting those predictive doubles there, like on the Rhodie 6, absolutely no gas. Where the fireteam, it was not gassing me out by any means, but I was aware and smelling gas the entire time. All right, now we'll do some single shots so you can hear from gun to gun or from silencer to silencer. And what I'm going to do next, we're going to move the camera and the mic downrange, and also let you guys hear what it sounds like from downrange of them being fired. Let me get set up and we'll be right back.